just had to let you know.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set. Check three.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. First thing. If you kill it.
Here's Watson. Going deep here for Stills. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4. Interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big first down on the fake punt. What a call. 16 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 36, Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's got some space here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
26-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 14, Texans 7.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go play action here on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Another try after the first down sack. Foles. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. At the 17-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 71 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson with a give to Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Stills bringing it in. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42. And
they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. 64. Let's go.
Fournette running out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10.
Great. Hey, Orvis.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
To try again after the sack. Foles. And he's going to go down again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
180. Yeah, go, let's go.
Here's Foles. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is fielded at the 7. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calais Campbell on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the run.
Lamar Miller. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 34-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Foles. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down, Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Carlos Hyde in the game, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a...
He's got a man, complete. 39 yards there, a big one.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, it's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Be alert, be alert. Under. 41's coming. 41's the mic. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Bravo.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. 41's coming. 41's a Mike. Turbo 64. Right here. 41 Mike.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. It's caught by Davis. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Here we go. Hey, let's go. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Great.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown run as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles Davis.